Hello, and for today's video I am going to do episode 2 of the diary of a coin dealer. This week's been a bit strange. It's been very up and down. There's not been a lot of action buying or selling. I've put out the pre-order list for the QBs, so hopefully that will be a smooth transaction from start to finish. It's a lot of work. I've got about 170 on the order book, which is fantastic for me. I'm going to try and get it up to about 250, but it's all about getting the right coins out to the right people, so I'm not someone who will hard sell. Also, I managed to find a new home for one of my pieces. So one of the conditions for me selling this was I didn't want to sell it to someone who would scalp it, and I found a gentleman who is actually well known in the community by buyers and sellers. He often frequents the silver farm. He's agreed to take this off my hands for a fair price, so I know he's not going to scalp it because of how much he paid. So he was interested in it because it was part of my collection, so he said to me, he's like, if it's part of your collection then it's obviously a good set. I sent him a video over, and he has opted to take it, which is, it's kind of bittersweet. So it means I can pay off my suppliers. I've owed one of my suppliers a lot of money for a long time. I'm just going to pay him in full because I think he deserves his money, to be honest. I know he's laid back, but at the same time it's kind of been a weight around my ankle, which is, it's not where I want to be. So at the moment I'm just chipping away at debt, so I'll pay him off. I'll pay another supplier off who ordered in 500 diamonds for me, which is fantastic because I don't have a US source. I don't tend to deal with the US. I deal with other parts of the world, pretty much all parts of the world except for the US and Canada, and it's something that I need to progress. I need to develop more relationships going forward. So the more people you have on your black book, the more successful you're going to be. You know, it's only because on the off chance that I sold this set, I just sent him a line saying, he was like, oh, I need to sell stuff, and you're selling some coins for some very attractive prices. And I said to him, I was like, you're a collector. I was like, I've got this fantastic set in that was part of my collection. I wanted it to be part of my collection anyway, so I've only owned this for maybe 3 months. So that's how long. You can imagine the guy I bought it from, because he gave it to me on credit. I owed him $3,000 at one point, so he's been extremely patient with me, and I think it's about time I settle up. But I had intended to keep this, but the more I looked at my order book, and this was even before I opted to have a sale so I can set up the business, or set up a limited company. The more I looked at it, the more it didn't make sense, you know. And I can find sets like this. They're not rare. They are sets you can pick up. So hopefully I can replace it at a later date when I'm more financially stable, more set up. At the moment I'm chucking everything but the kitchen sink at the business because I want to grow, you know. I want to get out there. I want to provide a service. I want to educate people like I try to do on YouTube, and I want to provide a service for my customers so they're happy with their stuff, whether that be investors or collectors or a hybrid of both. So yeah, that's the story behind this one. So thankfully this has got a buyer, and he will look after it, he will cherish it, and he'll probably keep it for the long term. I hope so anyway. I wish him all the best with this set, and I hope he likes it as much as I've liked it, as much as I've enjoyed it, and if it wasn't for circumstances then I probably would have kept it. But it's nice to know that it's going to a good family. That's all you can ask for really. When you get such high quality coins, you don't want it to go to anyone who will ruin coins or who will scalp it. I hate scalpers. So I could probably split the set up and make more money. I don't like doing it, you know. I'm not that cutthroat or ruthless. I'd rather make money doing other things. So that's this set. So what else has happened this week? I've been trying to grow the YouTube channel. I want to get it to 1,000. I think I'll do some form of giveaway or competition when I get to 250 subs. I haven't decided on what yet. I really want to grow this to the size of the bigger channels, you know, like some of these guys, they're getting in 5,000 subs, you know, and that's where I want to be. I really think I have a lot to offer this community, and I think that the only way I can offer more is by getting my channel out there. It may be the case that people think my channel's crap, you know, and if that's the case, then, well, that's the case. So I've had to sell another one of my young heads. Now I have a queue system. There's going to be one guy, like, he's going to message me and say, "Oh, Sean, why have you done this? Like, you said you'd sell me a young head when you next get one," and I will. I've got a list of people, and I actually thought he was first on the list. He wasn't. So when it comes to sell this, I did it like a taxi rank, and next time I get one in, I will message him, and he will have first dibs. So this one is going to a lady I know. Sad to let it go, but again, I'm making sacrifice so I can potentially grow. I can pick up young heads anytime, really. It's not a problem. I can get them in. They're slightly more expensive, but it's a case of picking your battles. And whilst this was a saving of mine, I was putting it aside for a rainy day. I did have a few sovs. They weren't young heads, but I did have a few sovs, so I've got the tubes. These hold 33, by the way, not 25. So this is my last one, and this will be going when the lady can cough up the money, because she's been having a few issues. So I said to her, I'll put it to one side until. So it's not a problem as long as it's before September. It's okay. I don't mind holding. So I also am waiting on an order of 170 odd silver notes, which I'm super excited to get in. They're stuck at customs, so I'm going to get hit with the 20%, which is okay. I struck a fantastic deal with my supplier to get these in, and I'm hoping that they do as well as I think they will. So yeah, that's a roundup of my week. Not much more to say, really. I think I do want to document my journey. I want to see how I progress, so not just for you guys, but for when I look back at my fledgling career, if it turns out to be something I do for 10, 20, 30 years, you know, I can look back and say, oh, okay, well, I made sacrifices, but those sacrifices yielded these results. That'd be a fantastic way to document it. And also, I've got nothing to hide, you know, it's no problem. It's no problem for me to put these out. Like, I'm an open and friendly guy, and if anyone wants advice, then you're more than welcome to drop me a line. I've always been that way, and hopefully I'll always stay that way. So take care, guys. All the best. Bye.